You can't eat wheat thins, John. You're a puppet, and nothing's going to change that. John? 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 John?
Wheat thins. These individuals have an opportunity to take this tragedy and really make it into something that they can still live an active lifestyle. They can still have those dreams. They're not going to have a normal life, just like our soldiers that are coming back. They don't have a normal life anymore, but they can have a new normal.
And it
can still be good.
How do you help people adjust? I mean, how do you help people get their minds around the new normal?
Well, I just try to take a holistic approach, because an amputation, traumatic brain injury, PTSD, that didn't happen to an individual. It happened to a family, it happened to a community, it happened to a city, state. And what I try to really do is get people focused on creating a mission for themselves. I created a mission for myself to be able to, my life mission is to help rebuild families, in particular military families. And so that's what I do day in and day out. I'm visiting with and being a part of families.
So
rebuilding these families.
The loss of a limb doesn't just affect the individual, it affects the entire family.
Oh, absolutely.
It's understandable that people would feel sorry for themselves after losing a limb. I mean, I think if I lost my limbs, I would feel very sorry for myself. How do you overcome that?
Well, it goes back to not only having that mission and believing that you're playing a role in a bigger story, but also it has to do with assembling that team of people, whether it's your processes that will help you make better prosthetics and give you that life, that new normal back to, whether it's meeting with a counselor. I've met with several counselors that when I got in those times of just uncertainty and fear and doubt, fear is the biggest killer of whatever this dream that they had before that happened. Fear is the biggest killer. Fear is the biggest killer of our dreams now.
Fear of the unknown, because they think their life is going to be completely...
They have no clue what it's going to be like, because most people, they see amputees on television. They maybe know somebody who has an uncle that's an amputee, but until they've walked in our shoes, they don't know what that life is like. And so that fear, I've had so many people look at me and go, well, gosh, I'm sorry that happened to you. And now I go, I'm not sorry that happened to me at all.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
You're not sorry that you lost your legs?
If I was given the choice to continue my life with prosthetics or have my real legs, not a scratch on them, not a scar on them, I would not take them back.
Explain that. I think a lot of people would be surprised by that.
All I can say is, again, I know I sound like a broken record. I believe my life is playing a role in a bigger story, a divine story. And I believe that what I do here matters. And with the impact, the families that I impact matter. And
you see this almost as a blessing.
Absolutely, it's a blessing. Absolutely. It wasn't a blessing. I didn't view it as a blessing at the time because I didn't see, the impact that it could make. But I've held the hands of soldiers' wives and said, thank me for giving their husbands back. And, I've hugged those soldiers before and told me, thank you for saving my life. I couldn't have done that with real legs.
And that's powerful.
It's powerful. Anytime that you can change a life is powerful.
So bottom line, your message to the families right now who are reeling, to the people who have lost their limbs who are reeling, is what?
Is breathe.
Breathe.
I love that movie with Tom Hanks, The Castaway, when he said his world was just shattered. And he said, all I could do was breathe. And they just have to breathe, because if they just take that breath and that they get those good people around them, those people get those people around you that will help carry you along this journey. We're all on this journey, the other day, the beauty of what I saw in that tragedy and the beauty of what I love about our country is that when we have something like that happen to us, we rally together. And that's what people need to do around these folks, is rally with them and help them on their journey.